Hi, I'm Katie from What Katie Did, and I know I told you you wouldn't hear from me again until the new year, but I just wanted you to let you know about our January sale or our non-January sale, as the case may be, because in the UK, it's tradition to have a sale that starts on the January the 1st, and over the last few years, it's been getting further and further towards Christmas, and now a lot of sales actually do start on Christmas Day. But us being not only an old-fashioned company, but a very small company, we do take a few days off over Christmas, which means that our sale can't start, straight after Christmas, and it can't even start on the 1st of January because we need to have a few days to get back into the swing of things and make sure everything's perfect and ready to go. So yes, we will be having a January sale in the UK. If you sign up to our mailing list, people on our email mailing list always get 24 hours notice before the sale goes live to anyone else. So if you really want to get your hands on the bargains, the best thing to do is to sign up to our newsletter. In the past, we generally have done a sale in the US as well in January, even though it isn't traditional to have a sale in January in the USA. This year, I'm really not quite sure what we're going to do because it all depends on how organised we can get before the sale is due to start, because the USA in particular have been super crazy busy over the last couple of months. They're still catching up. So if we can organise it to go live at the same time, we will do. Otherwise, we'll do it a few weeks after the UK one. So don't worry if you are in the US. You won't be missing out on anything. The sale stock is already there. Talking of sale stock, I've taken everything that's going into the sale off the website at the moment, so you can order now without worrying about it going down to be cheaper in a few weeks' time. It's quite surprising learning about people's shopping habits around the world, and it's always very interesting. I remember when we were on Melrose in Hollywood that this was when we first opened, and this was before Black Friday really took off in the UK. And if you are in the US, then yes, Black Friday has gone global, and no one knows exactly why. I mean, I heard that Black Friday was the first day when shops were supposed to go into the black. So after that, then everything they made was profit, which doesn't really make that much sense to me, but that's the story that is generally told. And I was talking to two guys in our shop, and I asked them, and they said, well, it's so we know when to start shopping for Christmas. And it seemed really funny at the time, but it makes total sense. And now that Black Friday is huge in the UK as well, I find myself waiting for Black Friday to see if something's going to be reduced. And I bought a couple of things this year. I was waiting. They were from like independent British brands, and I was waiting for Black Friday to come around. And they were quite expensive, and these two brands, little independent British brands, totally ignored Black Friday. And from a consumer point of view, I was a little bit annoyed, but from a business point of view, I was just so proud of them for totally ignoring Black Friday and being strong enough to just continue as normal. I've spoken about January sales in the UK, and again, this will be something alien to the US, because in the US they really don't have January sales. In the US, business is done slightly differently, and you pay your rent monthly, whereas in the UK you paid it quarterly, and the quarter for when the rent is due is the end of January. It's quite often that the VAT, which is our version of sales tax, is due the end of January as well. And you also have corporation tax. So after Christmas, you have a great run up to Christmas, but then in January you have all these horrible bills to pay, which is one of the reasons why we have big January sales in the UK is basically so we can pay the tax man, because there's no avoiding that. So if you want to be the first to know when our sale starts and get a preview, then please sign up to the mailing list. I'll put the links below, and then we'll give you at least a 24-hour preview before everyone else gets to hear about it, so you make sure that you can snap up the best goodies. In the meantime, take care, and I'll catch up with you soon.